Hi, I'm Alex Topazzo, Vice President and Insurance Agent here at Topazzo and Associates Insurance. And today we're going to talk about whether motor vehicle insurance is mandatory or required. Depends on the state that you're in or with requirements that are, but for all states there is some kind of insurance requirement for driving a vehicle or owning a vehicle. We're going to concentrate on the state of Florida today because that's our home state. In Florida, you're required to have two coverages: personal injury protection, also known as PIP, and property damage to others, also known as PD. Personal injury protection is basically an accident health coverage for an automobile accident. Now, notice I said automobile accident, not two cars colliding, because PIP will cover you regardless of whether you're in the vehicle or a pedestrian that happens to be struck by a vehicle. The PIP is a statutory coverage, so there's basically coverages that the state says that you're required to pay, but it pays up to a maximum of $10,000, and you can't choose to have a deductible to lower premium. Property damage coverage to others, that is not like the PIP where it covers you. This property damage coverage covers in case of your negligence at the time of the accident. So if you were at fault in an accident and you damaged someone else's property, now that could be something as simple as the other car, or it can be an animal or pet, it can be a fence, or it can even be the road if the Department of Transportation needs to repair it after the accident that you were negligent in. Now, those two coverages are the basic bottom of the bill. You just got your driver's license. Those are what you need to have. If you're involved in an automobile accident and someone else is hurt, and you did not have any insurance to provide coverage for them and you were at fault, you're also required to carry bodily injury coverage. Now, this is usually referred to as an SR22, and it's called that because you're now required to report to the state of Florida that you have the coverage and what limits that you have, and it's named after the form you're required to submit to the state. The SR22 coverage is basically bodily injury. Bodily injury, similar to property damage, is your negligence to other people. So it doesn't cover you, but it does cover other people involved in an automobile accident if they were to get hurt and have medical costs. The limits are pretty much 10-20 for almost every situation. They can be higher if the judge requires them to be higher. And you're generally only required to carry it for up to 2 to 5 years, again, also set after the accident. Now, this coverage does not pay for the accident you had that requires you to have the coverage. You only get this after you've made financial arrangements with the people involved in that initial accident. Now, if you're involved in if you're convicted of driving under the influence or driving while under the influence, getting a DUI or DWI in our state, you're also required to carry higher limits of property damage to others and bodily liability coverage at a higher limit. The limits are generally $100,000 per person, $300,000 per accident on the bodily injury, and $50,000 for property damage. Again, we're talking about coverages to third parties, not coverages for yourself. You're required to report that to the state for the time that they tell you need to. That really isn't, there is no normal requirement. The judge puts it on a per case basis on an FR44 form, which is generally why that's called an FR44 or FR44 insurance. Notice we didn't talk at all about the physical damage to the vehicle you own, because that's only required by a bank or a mortgage or a lien holder who may own that particular vehicle, or who you may be paying that particular vehicle off to. The state of Florida, or any state for that matter, generally doesn't require coverage for you to insure your own vehicle. Well, I hope you found this information enlightening, and you can find more information, more videos, and answers to more of your questions at www.topazzoinsurance.com. Thank you, and have a great day.